Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video. This time around I have some 6th gen video games to show you guys. I have 3 PS2 games that I got, 3 separate stories behind them, and let's get to it. So the first game that I got here, I got at the Value Village. It wasn't anything too special, but it was definitely a kind of game that I like to purchase. It was complete inside, but the disc was kind of scratched. Not too bad, but there was really nothing else at the Value Village. All the other games were uh, basically sports games, and then sort of pseudo sports games as well, like wrestling and stuff like that. So I wasn't even interested in those in any way. But I saw this one game here, and I had to go for it. It's Taito Legends 2, like I said, for the PS2, and again, like I said, was complete, and the condition was, like I said, not bad enough. So I went for it. And just to get an idea of what games are included in this, the main games are Darius Gaiden, Puzzle Bobble 2, Space Invaders DX, Dungeon Magic, Liquid Kids, and Cleopatra Fortune. But there's also Elevator Action Returns, The Legend of Kage, Kicks or Quicks, however you want to say it, Puzzle Bobble 2 I already mentioned, Football Champ, um, Kiki Kai Kai. Basically about 35 games in total, and it was only $2.99, so I was pretty happy with that. Now, the next game, the story behind this, I went to this video game store that I've never been to before. The prices were obscene, as I've mentioned in a previous video. He had some Pokemon cartridge-only games priced at around $80, and he had a lot of fake games as well, fake Pokemon games that is priced at $80. He also had a TurboGrafx complete in box for $500, which I don't think anybody will ever pay for, so it's just going to sit there until he goes out of business. Uh, but then I also saw that he had a copy of Pokemon Soul Silver just in the case, but without the outer cardboard box or the Pokewalker. He had just the game in the case priced at $80 as well. So I thought either his prices are high and he gives terrible trade credit, or his prices are high and he gives good trade credit. It was going to be either the one or the other. So I took a stab in the dark and I showed him a cartridge-only copy I have of Pokemon Soul Silver. I got it previously from a Kijiji deal. I paid $10 for it. So I thought I'd ask him, hey, what do you want to give me trade credit for this game here? And he says, oh, maybe $20 to $30. And I thought, okay, fine. That sounds like a good deal. $30 should be fine. So I looked around to see if I could find anything in the store at all that wasn't like ridiculously overpriced. I got one other game that I showed in a previous video. It's an NES game that I traded a Super Nintendo game for. Um, but I looked around and I couldn't find anything because everything, absolutely everything, was way overpriced. Like, he wanted $70 for a scratched up disc only copy of the Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc. And I thought, this guy's just, he's crazy. He also wanted like $100 for a disc only Zelda Twilight Princess for the GameCube. And again, that was just obscene. So I saw this game here, and first off, I'll say it is the Japanese version, but I don't mind that much. Even though it is an RPG, again, I don't mind that much. The North American version of this game is obscenely expensive compared to the other versions of this game. There are 4 volumes in the first series and 3 volumes in the second series. And this here is the 4th volume of the first series. Is .hack Quarantine, I believe it is. I should have probably checked beforehand, but yeah, I believe it's .hack Quarantine. Yep, definitely Quarantine. And I basically traded Pokemon Soul Silver card only that I paid $10 for this game here, and it is complete and in absolute like mint condition. I was just really happy to find it. It has a couple of fingerprints on the front of the disc there. Not that you can really make it out that well, but to get this for $10, I was more than happy to get it. Even the Japanese version on eBay sells for a whole lot, so it was kind of hard to pick this up. Um, but yeah, now at least I have the fourth game in my collection, and I can possibly struggle my way through it. I'll see exactly how bad it will be, but otherwise, at least I have it in my collection, and I can watch the DVD as well. So that's a good thing for me. Um, Also, though, I went to Iceman Video Games again. I had $55 of trade credit. I had traded in a couple different things, and I got I got $50 for it, and I had another $5 from a previous time. And I was looking around for a while. There were a couple things I was interested in, but I didn't have the money for the prices they were asking. They had a copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day for $100, which wasn't that bad, but I'd have to pay an extra $45 for it. Uh, like I said, I only had $55 of credit. They also had a Super Nintendo Mini or a Super Nintendo 2 or a Junior, whatever you want to call it. Just the console with one controller. They wanted $80 on it. I considered it, but then I thought, well, I don't really have the room for a console like that, and if I'm going to get it just to put it on show, I might as well try to find it boxed. So I didn't get that one either. And basically, two other things that I found that I was interested in. They had a copy of Digimon Rumble Arena 2 for the original Xbox, priced at $79.99, but it did not have a manual, so I didn't grab that. And they also had a Pokemon Center New York exclusive Game Boy Advance that was gold, and it had an outline of Pichu and Pikachu on it. And the screen was just a little bit scratched, and the edges of the handheld itself were kind of faded. You can see the black of the plastic beneath the gold paint just a little bit around the edges. So I decided against that, especially considering that it would have been $89.99, I believe. Can't entirely remember, but it would have been way too much. So then I saw this game here. It was priced at $64.99, which again I think was a little high. I ended up paying $10 extra out of my pocket. But all the stuff that I traded towards it cost me about $18, I believe. So I'm in this game for $28, actually closer to $29 with the tax. So in my opinion, it was a good enough deal, and this game was complete as well. It's Dot Hack Outbreak, which is part 3, and I was just happy to add this to my collection. Now for the entire series, I'm still missing GU Volume 2 and Volume 3. I still need the DVD, the bonus DVD for Volume 2. And technically speaking, I do still need a North American copy of Quarantine, but that's going to be very difficult for me to find that in the future. But at least I have Outbreak added to my collection as well, and I will be able to watch at least the DVDs right now. I'm still, like I said, looking for a DVD for Volume 2, but it's fine. Anyways, got over 9 minutes now. Leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my 300 subscribers contest. It'll be linked in the description below. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, website. They're all linked in the description below as well. And that's about it. See ya.